All right. What's up, motherfuckers? Road trip. Hold on. Yeah. Go onto the stupid Facebook. Fucking. There we go. Don't worry, I will put this camera steady in a moment. This is stupid. This,
If you got in 2013, that stock.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I was just saying with everything. Same with crypto, with you know, Bitcoin and all that. If you got in early. The one thing, that one crypto, I still remember. Me and my son were gonna do it, and it was Dogecoin, and that shit was, you could get like 1,000 of them for like $1, and I think we were buying them. It was Christmas Eve, no, New Year's Eve. We were buying at like tens of, never get up there. It would never get to that point because I don't know. It's not like it would be worth $1 trillion if it ever made it to $1. And it made it to 75 cents. But by then, people were selling. I mean, I had probably 100,000 of those at one point. Before that, I mean, way before it ever got up there. I saw them when they were hitting like a penny because they were literally like 0.000001 of a cent. And it was just a joke. Like people were just buying them as a gag. So, but, all right. Let's see. we go. On our way to there we go. Motherfuckers, we gotta be careful. Can't use cancellation words when they are driving like they used to drive on the special bus back in the day. You know what I mean? It's so weird that it's backwards. I don't understand that. All right. All right, everyone. What's up with my boy Dan on this little road trip here? So, did you ever watch the TV shows? What it's like to go to jail, prison, all the movies, all that. What it's like to be a 8-time drug dealer. Well, you weren't technically, but I don't. We'll get into what you did. So, my buddy Dan. For those of you that know him, Thunder Dan did how long? Almost 10 years in federal prison. And was charged with what? Conspiracy?
Yes.
Charged with conspiracy. And did almost 10 years. Never found with any drugs, right? Nothing. Now, you had to admit to everything, right? So everything you're going to say, the courts have already heard. You've already testified to it. You already did your time. All right. So. When did you get arrested? 2003. And in case you guys can't hear, because it's in a car, it's a little different. I'll try to talk a little louder and repeat everything. All right, so 2003, you get locked up. Did they raid your house?
Yeah.
All right, who DEA or FBI?
FBI,
FBI and DEA come raid your house. And what do you remember today?
St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, really? Yeah, they let you have one fucking last fun day out, huh? St. Patrick's Day 2003. You get locked up. All right. Now, let's go back. So, there. Just fucking. All right. So,
You gotta take the shake off the film.
I don't know how to do all that shit. Well, I mean, we'll be good as soon as we're out of fucking Philly, man. Everything's smooth. It's a shitty ass fucking highway. All right. So from the first day you got involved in this racket that the feds got you on, what happened? What started everything?
It was FBI, DEA, because it was from Mexico, California, Vegas,
Okay.
New Jersey.
All right. So you were dealing with, obviously we're not going to see anybody's names. Everybody that's been involved were arrested or.
They try to charge me for every state that I flew over to, but they can never find my plane ticket. They can never find where I flew out of. They would have got my plane ticket. They could have charged.
How did they not be able to fucking just pull your fucking manifest?
I thought that too. I thought they had, they do. They have 3,000 men. They got all limited technology, limited money. For some reason, they could not find one plane I flew out of.
That's weird.
One airline, but I didn't take the same airline.
All right, so you go out to where is it, California? The very first time you ever happened. You go out to California on What did you meet somebody? Like, oh, let's get into this. Let's make some money. What happened?
Seen Blow, stuck in my mind.
Okay, so
I want the weed for cheap. So I flew to California, San Diego.
they went to San Diego after watching the movie Blow. Figured, why not? If fucking Johnny Depp can do it, so can you.
And I was there.
Now,
Hanging out on the beach.
were you just there, like trying to just run into somebody, or did you have a connection?
I had a connect yet.
You haven't had made a connection yet.
Just flew out there to make a connect.
All right. So you fly out there, make a connection. You go to San Diego on a fucking whim. You know, so like most of us when we watch movies like Rocky and all, we go to the gym, want to become boxers and fighters and all. You watch Blow, you want to be the next Kingpin. Got it. All right. I'm breaking your ball, by the way. So you get out to San Diego.
Cars back. The cars back. The beach is a big wall. So the beach is like 30 feet down. So I'm walking on the wall, go to a bar, and I start shooting pool with all these Marines, or not Marines, these Navy guys. Next thing you know, I hear, yo, fucker.
So you fucking ran into somebody in San Diego that you knew.
I turn around, man, Bob Taylor. Like, oh shit, we started talking. So I told him, he's like, what? Oh, I gotta introduce you to someone.
And that's how it began.
That's how we met. So whoever he introduced him to a guy, and his wife was part of the cartel. She was married in the cartel.
Okay, so you're obviously dealing with some cartel connections. And just so people know, you went to jail, never ratted on anybody. Anybody that was arrested was picked up on their own by the feds in their own case, right?
No, you can look my case up.
Yep. Yeah, you never ratted on anyone. So you make this connection
Yeah, only for weed.
for weed.
All about weed.
All about weed.
And I went for weed.
So when you start with the weed, you go out. So what's the process? You went out there with bags of money, or how did you fucking?
Went out there with 20 grand.
All right, so you go out to California still.
Yeah.
Go to California, $20,000, and you buy how much weed your first time?
First time was 50 pounds.
So you buy 50 pounds of weed your first time. How do you get it home?
Down.
You mailed it in the fucking like the post office mail, or so U.S. Postal. You send 50 pounds of weed, obviously not all at once, right? You sent 50 fucking pounds across the country.
Back in the day, remember the 16-inch TVs?
Uh-huh.
I would go to Kmart or wherever out there. I would buy a 16-inch TV.
Okay.
Put it on the scale. Take the guts out of it.
All right, so you buy the TV, you weigh it, see what it weighs. You strip the TV, and then you fill it up with the weed. And how do you mask the smell?
It's around the diesel boat.
Okay. So,
Well, you got to remember, weed from then. Today, it's super back to weed.
right. I mean, I know you're talking, this is back in what, 2000? Early 2000s? Okay. So 50 pounds of weed in your mind seems like a carload, but in reality, it's not, right? Okay. So you get it into the TV, fucking reseal it, and you ship it. Air freight. And no problems the first time?
Never.
Where'd you have it?
Yeah, no problem.
Where'd you have it delivered to? Like houses or something?
Pay people to be in there, deliver it, and deliver to the house.
Wow. So you load up TVs. How many times did you have to say you did it? I mean, I know you have to say every time, so.
Oh, shit. 2 or 3 times a month.
Oh, so you're doing this 2 or 3 times a month. And so you go out, you buy 50 pounds, you send it back. How much do you make off of that?
You can buy the weed from cartel here, well, in California. It was 4 pounds.
400 a pound in California. Okay.
Buy it over in Mexico, which is 400 pounds.
So
Basically, basically you gotta buy 20. You gotta buy brick of 20. You buy a brick of 20, and they tell you, like they'll say, show you how it's supposed to work, how it's okay. They show me. I used to one of them tunnels in the house.
Oh, really?
And one next to that one there. Sonata.
So they show you the whole thing, so you buy it and then you ship it back here. And what were you wholesaling it here to someone? And just smooth. The crazy thing is like for people that are wondering right now, like, what the fuck, Mark? Like, you always kept that away from everybody. Like, we all kind of knew you were into some shit, but I will say, to your credit, you never brought any of us into it or around it. Yep. And then the few that did, you all did your thing, whatever. And you were never flashy with your money either. So you're doing that 2-3 times a month. When do you switch over to the meth?
And I'm out there now about 100 pounds a time.
That's it. So you went up from 50 to 100. Is that where you maxed out 100? Okay.
Luis, cartel dude, Luis, he barely speak English. And, he took me for a ride in 20 year, whatever it was, and 50-year anniversary of that.
Nice.
So here, this is your car.
So he gave you a vet?
It's the car off that. So here goes the car is yours. Whatever you want with it. They tried to give me this. They wanted me to start selling cars, Escalades, Hummers, Toyota 4Runners, whatever. Any car within 3 years.
Were they chopped cars?
No chopped, no nothing. I was selling. Back then, I was selling 2000, the H2s and all that shit. 2001, 2099s, like 15 grand.
Why were they so cheap?
Whatever they did, I don't know. I guess I never got the true story, but I've seen with them what they call the DMV. They was so good at DMV. They do it. They get the cars off the train from America,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go to the cars that were smashed, that were totaled.
Oh, so they're doing one of those deals?
What they do is they take all the paperwork from the smashed car in America, and they bought it, and they put it on the car. They switch the numbers, paperwork. They switch the numbers on the paperwork. That's what they had to do.
Gotcha.
No playing, no stuff. Just switch the numbers. You couldn't register the cars in California.
Take it somewhere else.
But trust me, there's a lot of people driving Hummers and Escalades out here back then.
Sure, I'm sure they are still. So you're doing the weed, the cars, and then it's.
It's in a truckload. I think I got 200 or 300 pounds. It's in a truckload. Dropped it off on Harrison and that street between Wawa, where that new Wawa.
Weed Chief Lane?
No, the new Wawa by our neighborhood. Where 7-Eleven was on one side, Wawa was on the other side.
Oh, Tarsdale.
No.
Harbison, Tarsdale, Kennedy? I know what you're talking about.
That whole back street, they dropped the truck off.
Kennedy. Yep. So they drop a truck off with 200-300 pounds of weed in it?
Yeah, so I opened the truck up. There's a book bag sitting there. I opened the bag and threw out the coke.
On top of the weed? Like, did they by accident or?
No, that's what they did.
Oh, so now they're like, all right, now you're selling this too?
Well, he said, try. I told him, I can't sell this. I don't know about this. The shit was raw. But I guess I wasn't in that game.
Right.
So I told him, what's I was doing this. He said, look, just a few of that, do this, and give you back this much. I'm like, all right, come to find out. It was cheap as shit. It was charged.
What, for a pound?
Yeah.
What was he charging you?
You want to do bricks, it was pounds.
Okay.
Then he was selling me a pound for 9 grade.
What's a pound normally cost?
it's 2.5. So, we're gonna break 40 grand.
I don't know, 40 grand. Well,
36 grand. 430s.
so
They said I wasn't in that game.
so you weren't into it, but
I moved it.
you moved it, and then you're just like, fuck it, I'll do this.
Well, I told him I said, move this, and then he tried to get it. So, he won. He started moving that. He made me go up to Boston, take all the money from them, and I became, I guess, we'll say distro. I would meet him in a hotel at the Holiday Inn. One across the on the river.
Is there another house? I don't even know. Is there one down there? I know the Holiday Inn down there. It's a big fucking drug hotel. Everyone knows that.
Right across the street. I used to meet him down there all the time.
I don't remember. I don't know.
He's 40, drop off money. It was funny. I thought they had a
So what, they just come drop money off
yeah,
and have you take it somewhere else?
Boston, New York, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg, Spring, all those cities.
Right.
They all put the money up there. And they would fly someone in here, to me, pick it up for me.
Seems like a lot of fucking work.
I don't know if you remember back in 2000, 2001, 2002, I wasn't even around. I was out there all the time. I basically lived in California.
Yeah, that's why I started with my now ex-wife. That's when we were dating. So I didn't see you much anyway. But so you do so you're doing all that, and then you get into
No, I go to California. We had a party, whatever it was. I think it was the anniversary party, whatever. In Tijuana. So we go out to Tijuana. I meet I don't know what they call her. Chick, I forget her name. Met her. We came over the border. They handed me a book bag. I think I forget what it was. It was 8 pound meth.
mm-hmm.
I said, dude, actually, I didn't know what the fuck was. This is shit. I knew
What does
I know what meth. I know.
what does meth do?
Or bathroom meth. So like, I didn't know what was.
Oh, okay. So this is before Breaking Bad, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad's all phony.
I know.
This meth was clear. Or they do it now covered. Or a certain different target. Okay, different temperature.
Right.
In terms of colors.
So they give you the meth, same thing. Like, here you go, get rid of it.
Meth, I bring it back. I had no clue. I brought that shit back on the airplane.
And you didn't even know?
I had no clue it was that dangerous.
Like, did you know you had drugs on you, or you didn't even know that?
No, I know it was like, I know it was drugs. It was sealed in a jar. I put it back in a book bag. I don't know how to bring it back. All I have is a book bag.
Damn, that's fucking risky.
I got in a car with my dad and search on me, punching him down.
I bet he did it, man. It's right. You fucking nuts. You'd still be sitting in jail. You got caught with that.
That shit's cool.
And that's where fucking.
Yeah, some shampoo. Some tomatoes. Deco.
Oh, Deco. I remember that place.
Little white newspaper.
So you were breaking it down and selling it, not, or you weren't
Yeah,
you weren't wholesaling,
well, ounces.
right? And what did meth go for?
Shit, back then it was 25,000 a pound.
Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah. We're off to 32. We got a pound one time.
What does meth do to a person?
I don't really. Now, I don't do meth. Never did meth. Never touched it. Now, I'm not saying anybody got twisted off and bagging it up or something.
Right.
I never did it. So I can't really tell you what
Yeah, I know, like, there's, stories of, like, fucking Hitler on meth that just keeps you up all the time or something.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it, so I'll never know. So now have you abandoned the weed and the coke?
No.
You're still doing all of it?
Oh, no, not the coke. Shit. Coke, cars, weed, meth.
So you're doing a little bit of all of it.
Yeah.
And now, are you still traveling out to, like, California and all that?
Yeah. I gave it to someone here. I gave it to a faggot. He loved it. His name is John.
No. Don't say full names. Just say first names.
His name is John.
Okay.
He loved that shit.
John loved that shit.
He wanted everything. Whatever I had, he wanted. And then I cut everything off. I don't know what it's that. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I worked the contract, man. So I stopped it, and they started skitzing. They wanted more, and they were begging me and begging me and begging me and begging me and begging me.
So you were out of the game. You were done. Now, did the connections, the cartel people, like, yo, what are you doing? Or they didn't care?
I handed it off.
Oh, okay, you gave it to somebody else. Is that the person we know together
No,
who went to jail as well? No.
no.
No, okay.
He's coming down.
So you hand it off, you're done, you're out.
The only thing I kept was the cars.
The cars.
Yeah, I'm selling it. I was getting a car for 10 grand, selling it for 25. This is making $50,000 off each car.
What were you doing all the fucking money? I mean, it sounds like you made a ton of money. Like, I'm telling you, for people that are listening, when I say, like, you bought nothing, I mean, you always had cars. I know you always had, but you didn't have, like, fucking flashy cars. You loved your Mustangs. Yeah, I get you into bikes, but, oh, okay. Yeah, your house. Now, you bought that with your workman's comp money, though. So you get all that, so you get cars. And I know and I'll tell you this, whenever we were all out, where our whole crew hung out together, you were the one throwing the money on the table. I never went. Remember me, you and Splinter go down the shore. Remember, I get brand new fucking rims for my old Maxima. They were badass rims. Remember, fucking me, you and Splinter go down. It was Irish weekend, and Splinter changed the wheels for me. So we're driving down, and I'm like, oh man, the car's riding rough with these new rims. And I was like, fuck, man, I might have to change it back. Didn't like how it rode. So on the way home, after the fucking hanging down Wildwood all night, we come back like 5 a.m, and I hear like clicking. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I was like, Splinter, like, what the fuck did you do? Like, did you do it right? And I remember he got all mad, like, oh, you're insulting me? You don't think I know how to put a fucking tire on? So I get out and I'm looking, and the tires are kind of like bent a little bit. This fucker put on one lug nut on each fucking wheel. I drove down and back to Wildwood with all the lug nuts are in the center plate. When I open up, they all fall out. Literally had to fucking reattach my fucking wheels before we almost died. Like, what a fucking idiot.
When he crashed, going home, I crashing my AC part, blowing some shit.
Fucking dum-dum. But, all right, so you're out of game, but now, obviously, you get back in.
Yeah, someone begged me.
So they beg you to get, now, did they beg you to get in because they were a snitch, or they just wanted
Well, come to find out, yeah, it was
a CI?
CI from New York.
Oh, okay.
This dude John, CI from New York, met my other buddy. They begged me to get more. And I went. So finally, I said, all right, take one more trip. So I gave in, they make the trip for me, make the call for me. And I said, all right, yeah, went out there, and they wanted me in Vegas.
Okay.
So
you all met up in Vegas.
He wanted me to leave that night. All right, so the dude that wanted it, the rat from New York, he paid for our plane tickets.
Okay.
He gave us back in the day before prepaid credit cards just started. He gave us a prepaid credit card for money. And on the way to the airport, for some reason, we had to stop by this fucking hotel. I don't even know why. We had to stop by this hotel. Never. I was sitting that far downstairs at the Ritz. Remember the house?
So on your way to the airport, you stop at the Ritz Hotel. You have no idea why.
No, he went upstairs. He goes like that. He's like, yo, he needs your ID or something. I'm like, oh, you know, I'll show you at the airport. Yeah, I just, wants to meet you. I'll give you all this money, this and that. So I go up there, meet him. I don't get no ID, no. I just meet him. First time, only time, I never met that dude.
Was he a real person or a cop?
Nah, he was a rat.
Oh, okay, another rat.
Yeah, because he got locked up in New York 2 years before meeting us, before meeting me.
Okay.
I asked Tim how long he knew him. He said he knew him for years. Coming up, because the I knew him for like 6 months.
Oh, so this is Tim that we know.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't say his name.
So he told me this dude was time that come to find out this dude's a rat from New York. What happened was when he got my stuff, it was so good that he never reported it to me. All he had to do was report me and start making a case file.
Right.
But he never did that.
Because he was using it?
He was using it, and he was selling it, and everybody loved it. And that's what he was. He would come out and make deals and get everybody locked up. 30 people locked up in New York.
And the feds just let him do it.
Well, let him back after work.
Right.
And I think that's when he got us. He never reported it.
Okay.
So
Hold on a second, my fucking. There we go. All right. Sorry, there was a little glitch there. All right, hold on a second. All right, sorry. This fucking phone's glitching out. All right, I know what to do. Just gotta. It's getting hot up there. That's what it is. All right, everyone. Sorry. So this snitch was getting your shit, but never reporting it to his handlers in New York. And then what? He gets caught with it? No, he just never did it. Just never reported it.
We go to California trying to make another deal, and we couldn't find the shit. And I usually, man, I'm the one that packages it out there. I'm the one that always did it.
Right.
And these dudes wanted to go to Tijuana so fucking bad. I didn't. No plans to move on. That's how I always know.
Oh, right. He's got business. We're not fucking games here. Gotcha.
So,
I say I'm. No, that fucker was fucking in the wrong lane. I got you. No, my fucking thing went off. Go ahead. So they want to go to Tijuana. You're like, no.
So we were around 2 days. I was tired. They're up doing fucking coke.
Right.
Now, I can only stay up for so long, so I fall asleep. I wake up, these idiots come to the door saying that everything's done, they mailed it, this and that. I rose the couch on the one knee, and I'm on my knees looking at them on the door. I can come eye level with the countertop.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see all this shit on the countertop. I go there, I lift my finger. They packaged it. They got the map on, they packaged it right there. And took it to FedEx and mailed it. And what they did is they mailed it from San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
They mailed it from San Diego, but with the sending address was the hotel in New York. In New Jersey, with the return address was the same hotel in New Jersey, but they're in San Diego mailing it.
No,
Red flag.
so it's a red flag right there. Now,
So I told, as soon as they told me that, I said, you better call home, get it finished, line, because we're going to prison.
when you do that, right? What were you guys doing when you would mail it? Because there was something you had told me before. Like when you guys mail it, like how did you trust it? Like how did you know that once you put it in the mail, it was getting where it was, but it hasn't been intercepted?
I put a phone in there. Nextels. The Nextels used to have what you call auto page.
Right. Yep.
So I would wait till 4:30, take the box to the mail at Central Place,
Mm-hmm.
put it in, already wrapped up with the phone in there. Go mail it. Go sit out on the corner. Wait to see the truck leave the mail place and go to the FedEx to the main hub at the airport, drop off the ship.
Mm-hmm. So it's basically the walkie-talkie version. When the old Nextels had a walkie-talkie option, basically.
Yeah, but they still had all the answers too.
Oh, okay.
All you gotta do is call the phone and automatically answer.
Oh, so you're calling. So it's just picking up
Yeah,
and listening.
So the truck went in the back of the post office.
Mm-hmm.
I would call. And the auto answer, I would listen.
Okay.
All the time. As I'm following the truck to the airport, as the truck went in the airport, as the box went on the thing, as the box went in the plane, as the plane was roaring, as the plane got up in the air, and I would watch it, and then the signal would go out. So I was on it. And I would wait 4 hours and call it again because I know that's when I landed in Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta was the hub for Northeast, for the East Coast. That's when I had to really call it. Listen, that's where they checked everything. Atlanta.
All right. So for those in case you can't hear, because I got the air up a little bit, you mail it through FedEx. You put the Nextel phone in there.
I-70.
You call it. It picks up. So now you're listening from the time he picks it up until the time it gets on the airplane. And then obviously once you know how long it's supposed to take, right? So let's just say it's a 1 hour trip complete. If it takes an hour and a half, you know you're fucked. Basically, right?
No, I call it. I would start calling it in 4 hours.
Okay.
It wouldn't pick up right away, and I called again until it finally picked up. That's when it came back into cell range.
Gotcha.
And once it picked up, I listened. I listened, go to the conveyor belts and all the people talking and get picked up. I listened to all that.
So you're listening to basically your package going through the process. All right. So that's how it always got there, and that's how you knew there was no problems and never got intercepted.
So they did it.
And then they do it, and then what happens? So they do the whole nonsense with the fucking, sending it from the same place or having to go to the same place with the return address, red flag. So you tell everybody, all right, get ready, we're done. Now, do you
Then the dude went to pick it up and disappeared for 8 hours.
now do they put the phone in this one?
No,
Oh, so they didn't even put a phone in. They just fucking sent it.
They packed it all in the same spot. They didn't clean it, wrap it, nothing.
Okay, so
I mean, they wrapped it, but they didn't wrap it, clean it. You gotta spray it with alcohol.
okay. So it goes now. Are you tracking it? Or is there anything you can do at this point, or no? So
So
all
it
right.
goes to New York, goes to New Jersey. Dude he gets called by the feds. They take him in. He tells on his boy, which is New John,
Okay.
and that's what I tell our people. Whatever.
Right.
So when we fly back home, I tell him, don't answer John, don't do nothing. Let
Right.
it go. But he was so fucking hard off for cash. Dude John called him for fucking federal prison.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, and he wasn't making a secret about it. Like, I'm in federal prison. I'm caught.
Nah, he was lying. He didn't tell him he was in federal prison.
Oh, okay.
But he answered and they locked on to where he was. They went and locked him up.
And what person's this? Tim. Okay. So Tim's caught. We'll leave it at that. So who else do they go and get?
Like Dude John.
They got him.
John's one already got Tim.
So they got John first, Tim,
They come get me.
and then they come get you. And they raid your house.
Yeah, they come in with dogs.
How much cash did they take from you that day? $74,000.
Well, 74. 2,400 my pay spot. Yeah, but I went to see
And you're still fighting that to this day, right?
74.
Because that was your, because you got a big workman comp settlement. You know, so all right, so that's it. You get locked up, the gig's up in March of 2003. Where do they take you your first day? You go down to the FDC? No, where? Oh, they take you over to Camden County. Why do they take you there?
Trying to break it. They put on a slow ass block trying to get you around.
Okay.
And it sure hell didn't work.
Yes. I've always told people, and I've told you, you know, there's so many people we grew up with, all act tough, people that are tough, fighters and all. I can hands down say there's two people that if we had to put a body in the ground tonight, we could do it. And I knew if you two got caught, you would eat it and never rat me out. That's you and Bobby. With you being the top one. So you go to Camden. You're in there. How long do they hold you in Camden County? 20 months you're held in Camden County trying to break you. Which you win, right? Now, couldn't any of you have just said, all right, I want my rights to a speedy trial? Like, let's go to court. Like, how come they were holding you back for so long? Why wouldn't they allow a court hearing? And how can they get away with that?
No, they trying to hold me there as long as they can to make for me to try to, you know, like psychological trying to make me break.
Right.
And then when
this is what I did.
I never even done it. I had a complaint.
You only had a complaint. For people that don't understand indictment complaint in the federal system, what's the difference?
Well, indictment is it's going to run out of grand jury indictment.
All right. They didn't think they had to because they thought they had the rights?
No, they just never did it.
They just never did it, which is unusual for the feds.
The whole case is screwed up. They went to 3 different U.S. attorneys.
Uh-huh.
The first one was the girl. She was hot too. She was pregnant. She left. The second dude came in. He died. And the third guy was a new guy. And he didn't have a whole. When I went to court, they didn't have my case. They didn't have my name. Nothing. The judge lost his mind. He told me to pay him.
So he forces them to fucking shit or get off the pot with you?
That didn't get it. A week later, I got sentenced.
And
I went to FTC.
And then you went to Philly. How long were you in Philly for?
Probably 6 months, 4 months.
How many federal prisons were you in during the whole time?
Oh, God. Lewisburg. Lewisburg. Embassy, Brooklyn. Fort Dix.
Dix is where you spent most of your time, right?
No.
Schuylkill.
Laredo. That's not up close to it. Listen, they never have nothing. They didn't have wiretaps. They didn't have fingerprints. They didn't have pictures. They had nothing. All they had was my name on that huge computer. I would say line of LinkedIn. That's all. That's it. That's why. That's all they needed.
But once you plead guilty, you told them everything you just said to me, right?
Yeah.
So so you're in a federal. What is federal? I know. Listen, prison's prison. It all blows. I know, you know, depending on what show you watch or what movie, what was it like? Was everyone just there like, look, we're just doing our time, everyone leave each other alone, or no? Were you in Supermax? No.
I was in High for a minute. I was Northward, and then at one shot I went to go to Medium, and then Fort Dix was still out, and then I mean Key was from Camp,
Which is basically what, like no
just
no fences, or is it? Oh, okay. So they're like, hey, do you run? You're an idiot. We're just gonna fucking come get you and send you back. Do people run still? So fucking dumb. So anything crazy happen while you're in prison? I mean, to you? No. Just a few fights, nothing. What the fuck are you doing there all day? Oh yeah. Like they all just went at it. Who won?
I don't know about who won, but people got fucked up.
And when shit like that would happen, you just get all locked down and all.
Irish mob, he wasn't Irish, he's Russian. He ran a drop kick thing, he was on his hand, he was kneeling down, they had a handcuff, and his face in the middle where it just open. And then, two dudes from MSD have,
Oh, really? What they do with all the fucking child rapists, child porn people?
They go to those.
They get like
They go to the meeting, don't get wrong, they go to hide the meeting, but go to check in.
Do they get put in segregate like a separate unit?
They check in. They get up, they come on the compound, and then people check them in. Yeah, they go home.
Right.
They used to beat them up. That was Steve Water shit. They beat them up. But the next law, we type of man, that ain't what we get an extra 5 years of sentence.
Oh, so then people were just like, fuck it, leave them alone. So you go in, when do you get out? 2011.
Well,
2012. All that fucking time. That was crazy.
Yeah, I have 5 years.
And yeah, they still did right. You still had to walk 5 years. Did you get in any trouble, violations after? No. So there you go. That's what he did, ladies and gentlemen. And locked up in 2003, all the way to 2012. And you had another case happen while you were in there, right? Like for the local case for the child abuse thing, right? Child endangerment. So, damn, you got it in. Oh, so they took you through all your shit. Like, all right, we're just gonna get them through everything. So I remember the child endangerment. So what happened? You were you and the girl you were dating at the time. Her kid was choking, right?
No, he came with me. Kid got dropped off Monday morning, Sunday morning, some Monday morning.
Right.
That night, that morning, he had a seizure.
Oh, okay.
He comes and the call came out that
well, the cops said that he's beat the kid, right?
No. Oh yeah, I beat him.
Right.
We all came out that they were protecting the oldest son.
Oh, is that what actually happened?
Not Mother Day weekend. That Sunday, Mother Day weekend. They were down. The father's mother down Cape May.
Right.
And the oldest son didn't like him because he didn't have his name, his dad's name. They kept little kids in his building. They kept tripping. They kept hitting his head. That he had bruises.
Oh, wow.
But he ended up having a seizure.
So they were protecting the older kid, blamed it on you guys. I was at your hearing. I remember one of the crazy things about your hearing there was they were all connected, right? The cop was connected to the family somehow because the fucking judge was even like, because, your lawyer was so bad. Like, we were telling Dan's lawyer to ask questions. And then you were there, and finally the judge stepped in and started basically being your lawyer. He said to the detective, like, you're a homicide detective. Why are you on this case? And they're like, oh, they asked for help. And then it came out. And then the judge, and I never seen this in a court hearing since then, until then, or since. The judge started asking the questions. Like, did you do this? Why did this happen? This, that, and the other. Literally as a defense lawyer. And he like went through everything. Like, he fucking basically interviewed everybody.
Grandma lied so that only two people there were the girl and the police. And the guy came in, the kid's dad came in and said, all the grandkids being there.
Yeah.
Eating drug Sundays, the whole grandkids said, they're all drinking. Oh, yeah, bring the grandma back in, he said. He said, tell me again, who's there? He said, I'm going to tell you right now, you sure it was all your grandkids or just two of your grandkids? That's when she started crying.
Yeah, that's what
happened. She started crying, trying to protect her grandkid. And the judge knew. That's what the judge knew.
And he stopped the case. That was the craziest thing. He's like, all right, we're done here. I'll be back. He's like, and everybody's like, what the fuck? He told a story about how his kid was choking and he was smacking her in the back to get the penny because she had swallowed a penny. And he's like, if you didn't know the story and you just see the aftermath, and that's what he was saying, like we have here. He's like, you think I beat her? And he goes, obviously they didn't do it. Something else. And he did say, he's like, something happened somewhere and they're putting it on these guys. Right. And that's when the judge was like, not guilty, all charges. And he fucking yelled at He yelled at the prosecutor. Yeah, and that's what should happen in situations like where the prosecutors and the cops wrong somebody just for I don't know why you do it. Like, I've never understood any cop ever locking somebody up and jamming them without the fact. Like, get them. They're going to fuck up. They will fuck up eventually to the point where you don't have to lie or cheat. Just get them right when they do. To put your own life, your own career, your own freedom in jeopardy. And for this guy's case, it's because he knew the people and just believed their story and fucking tried to jam you up. Like, we all knew. That's why we all went down there. Like, Dan's not fucking beating a kid. Like, it isn't happening. There's just certain people don't do certain things. Yeah, for fucking what? Guidance? Like, oh, what the fuck do I do here? Because, sometimes you're in a situation where you're going to get fucked. Really? I can only imagine. Just didn't know what to do. Like, and the kid's mom even knew, right? You didn't do nothing, right? Did she get arrested or no? She got locked up too? And it was just like also a ploy to get the kid away from her? I mean, I know they're protecting one son.
The dad's new girlfriend
Mhm.
The dad's brother's wife was the cop.
Okay.
She's the one that had the detective school and crazy shit.
That's wild.
I took the picture. I had her take pictures of the quarter and Bill next.
I do remember that in a hearing.
This thing did all that shit.
That's wild.
What's wild is before you beat him to anger management.
Oh, so they eventually figured out the case.
No, they DHS went to
The dad.
the boy.
How old was the kid?
13.
Yeah, that's old enough to know right from wrong. Nightmare. It's a nightmare for people that do nothing wrong because they are invasive. They don't give a fuck. And you're not dealing with the most professional people as it is. They're unintelligent, but on a power trip. They're the worst type of people you can ever fucking deal with, man. Morons with power. Fuck. So that was it. That was Dan's time in jail. How much money do you think you made during that time? What, on your books? Commissary lawyers. Did you use that same lawyer for the Fed case?
I sued him. He died.
And then he died. Did he have an estate?
Yeah.
No. What was his name? That dude came to court drunk. Didn't the judge hold him in contempt?
Yeah.
Kept holding him in contempt like every day. He was always fucking late, man. That judge looked like a character from a movie.
Ray ripped him up. What do you call me?
Who, the dude did? Fucking weirdo. That dude just. What was he? The fucking Warlocks fucking lawyer? That's right. He was like the biker gang. Or, oh, I thought he was their lawyer. Yeah, that's true.
He was a good lawyer. Like everybody knew him.
He was just past his prime.
Yeah, that's all. Drunk.
That man was fucking ripped all the time. This is a fucking boring ride. Yeah, right now? Are you hungry or anything? You want to get we'll pull over to the next thing or whatever. I foiled up before we roll. So, anyone on here, if you hear whatever you're doing right now, questions, I got a long ride. Ask away. I can see some of them. I see that safe travels, Mark. I appreciate that. Thank you. Probably log off of here like 11. And then when I go onto the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, we'll go live from the bridge. I wanted to see the sunrise there, but it's going to be cloudy. I can't believe this, man. It's right now, 4 years ago, my son was at our house for the last fucking time. Dude, I was nauseous that night. Like, my son was 17, still in school at the time. He didn't graduate for another week. And this is what I wanted to say. I was always bitter about this moment. So he was like, look, I want to go to the Marines boot camp right away. So he signed his paperwork in January. I believe it was January. He actually might have signed it, you know, in the fall before the year before. And he did actually. So in the beginning of his senior year, now mind you, he was talking to a recruiter on his own for a year. From the time he was 16 up until he finally, you know, felt comfortable telling his parents, telling us. We made a deal with him that at 17 we had to sign his release to go. He didn't. No, I don't think their school had it. But when you go to the recruit and you give your intentions, like, hey, I'm going to do it, you go there once a week and work out with them. So it's like a pre-workout. You learn all the saluting and all that stuff. So he did that. And then he signed his paperwork to go. The day he signed it officially, you have 6 months. So he was able to wait 6 months before he deployed or went down to boot camp. And he was like, I want to go on the first chance I can, which was like that June. So he goes June 6th, 4 years ago. He leaves. His high school graduation is a week later. So he wanted his mother and myself to go there because he kind of wanted to know what happened when they announced, you know. So they're going through everything. All the kids are calling up one at a time, going to this school, so-and-so going to this school. What they should have done for Jake was Jake Busetti, not present currently in United States Marine Corps boot camp. They didn't fucking do it. They go, not present. And I screamed. I yelled. I was like, he's in boot camp. And you could tell there was some confusion because a teacher that really liked Jake, ran up to tell them, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you got to say it. Every other school I've ever seen, when they say the person's going to the military, they erupt. Everybody roars for that person. Like, they stole that fucking moment. I was furious, man. I was yelling at every teacher when I walked out. I was like, I flipped out, caused a scene. Like, people, they stopped for a moment looking like, what the hell's going on? A couple of teachers ran out, were like pleading with us, you know, we're so sorry. The president called me personally, was like, I am so sorry, wrote a letter to Jake. I was livid. Now, we don't get to see or talk to your son for 13 weeks. You don't get to see or hear from him. Only letters, and it's not like the other branches where you can call like once in a while. So the first time he calls us is after he does his crucible, and you know, it was great because the first time we saw him in 3 months, he lost all this weight because all he do is run. And within 2 minutes, he was asking us, so what happened at graduation? So that meant that entire fucking boot camp, he was waiting to hear like what was the response to when they said he was in the military. And we didn't lie to him. We're like, Jake, not gonna lie to you, they fucked it up. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, that figures. Yeah, New Foundation will forever be just the worst possible. And here's what's great about that school is they do that kind of shit, They have these high standards for how kids should act and behave, and you know, they fucking drop the hammer on these people. Same with Franklintown too. They, you know, don't do this, don't do that. If you do, we'll kick you out, we'll throw you out because we got kids waiting. I have video of teachers still on my phone right now, which I will never post. Drunk, passed out at the bar, head down, sleeping at bars. Like women cheating on their husband with other teachers. Same with the male teachers, sleeping around with anybody that will. I have video so much. I was so tempted to put it all out there for what they did to him. And he was just like, Dad, just let it go. He's at school. But yeah, new foundation. I said, fucking didn't give, and any other graduation I went to, because I would go to my girls that played, that I coach, I would go to their graduations, and everybody, anybody, Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, Air Force, didn't matter, Army, they were erupt when they announced that's where that job was going. So, new foundation, kiss my ass. Yep. Turned 18 in boot camp, 21 in Okinawa. And by this time, well, 48 hours will be home. That'll be it. Okinawa. He knows how to, he can understand it. He can say some things. He dated a Japanese girl for a couple of years. Yep. Mandarin. John Cena, too. It's crazy. So, I'm just going to leave this up here. Anyone's on. It's nice. Car ride. 700 people. Watching a car ride.
was an embassy program when that big passed in Hudson.
Oh, Sully's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you see it or
You
not?
could see the tail end. We could see it was so bad because the way the boy was facing.
Mm-hmm.
Got the one window, we could see the tail end. We seen, I think, 3 legs, 2 arms, that's about it. The wing.
I guess, yeah.
We can't make the wing, man. They try to lock us down for that.
Like, what the fuck's locking us down for? Rain crashed the fucking thing.
We wanted to watch, well, not we, they wanted to watch soap opera.
Oh, yeah. Young and the Restless? Yeah. Hey, man, you gotta watch your soaps.
Hey, killers, man. Soaps.
You got nothing else to do.
Every Sunday, Saturday, man. Shows.
Was there like a fucking, like a structure in there within the inmates? Like, someone that ran everything? Yeah.
Tennis blockade first. That was the whole thing. We got the tennis blockade first, which means we got the food hot, fresh. And also, whatever's up there for lunch, they gave out dinner so you can food. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get there when they had the ice cream bar and soda machine. They still had the soda machine. They had the salad bar, ice cream. They just got rid of all that shit.
I know it's fucking prison food, but is the food awful? Or was it that having moments?
Yeah, it was. We made I use.
Oops, dropped you. So I'm going to turn this off for now. We will be back on when I hit the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Thanks for tuning in. So it'll be about 2 a.m. I'll be back on. You can see the ride, and I'm actually, hopefully this moon's still out.
Right here.
Is it out? Yeah. So hopefully the sky's still clear. Check that out. All right. Talk to you all.